How are we doing, guys? And it's finished. Arsenal 3, Nottingham Forest 0. What did I tell you? The winning run starts now, and you better believe it. I'll tell you something. It's nice to see us play the way I know we can play. That was more of the Arsenal I know. That was a complete and utter domination. Nottingham Forest did not even have a shot on target. It was a ruthless performance. There were some real standout performances. Martin Odegaard. Oh, we've missed him so much. We have missed him so much. And if there's one thing to come out of Martin Odegaard's injury, it's that all of the supporters that were criticising Martin Odegaard and saying that he's a hindrance on the team and we could be better without him. Maybe now you'll shut up. Maybe now you won't spout so much rubbish out of your mouths. Unbelievable player and our captain. Simple as that. And yeah, listen, Nwaneri. Oh, when he came on as well, he is so good. 17 years old, and some of the things that he's doing on a football pitch already. It was a lovely, tidy finish. But even before that, he had a move where he's just dropped a shoulder and a step, and he's leaving people just like, he is such an exciting player. Such an exciting player. But listen, there was a few curveballs before the game with the team selection, and it was nice to see something a little bit different as well, something a little outside of the box. Now, I did say that if Declan Rice doesn't play in the 6, that Jorginho would play there. But what I didn't expect was Thomas Partey and Declan Rice to both not start. But Jorginho was in there. Calafiori came back into the side. I was a little bit surprised that he started. But he came straight back in, superb. Timber at right back, and it was Timber that actually thought he got us into the lead. Just offside, Moreno, I think it was. But yeah, listen, Bukayo Saka does what he does, doesn't he? It's another game with another goal and another assist, and yeah, the way he ran across, the defensive line and then reverse shot back across goal. Beautiful, beautiful goal. And then I think the only thing that was really missing in the first half was a second goal. Saka had some good chances. There were some good saves. But it was all one-way traffic. And at that point as well, you do start to think, okay, at 1-0, you're going to have to be careful. And you know what we've been like at the Emirates as well. It's always been a bit nervy and a bit edgy. And something always seems to happen in second halves of games. And it wasn't that. Thomas Partey had been on the pitch for 5 minutes or so. What a finish. What a finish. 2-0, and it kind of relaxes everybody, and it kind of, makes everyone feel less on edge that a 1-0, scoreline does. But we were just in total control. And then Nwaneri come on for Odegaard, and it was just lovely to see the way he plays football, and it's just effortless, and he glides across the pitch, and 17 years old, man. Like, it's actually staggering the talent he has at 17 years old on a football pitch, and he's only going to get better. And I'm really looking forward to seeing more of him. And listen, he's going to have a big part to play. Do you know that? And we've got to trust the manager in his development and how he's used and everything else, because he sees Nwaneri every day, trains with him every day. He knows him better than any of us. And as much as we want to see him when Odegaard was injured, for example, they're obviously on a path of how they're integrating him, within the first team. And they're obviously looking at that and doing it without coming off that path. And, you can look at Manchester United, for example, with Kobe Mainoo. And, he got used so much that eventually he has a bit of burnout. There's injuries, there's dips in form and everything. And I think you forget that sometimes they're at that age and they're still developing. as players, physically, mentally and everything else. So it's one of those ones where I feel Arsenal have a plan, they have a pathway, and they're going to stick to it, despite it being very easy to, bow to the pressure, especially with Odegaard injured. That was probably something that they didn't, put into the equation so soon into the season. But listen, at the end of the day, long may it continue, because like I said, that today was more like our old self. That felt more like, the Arsenal that I know, the fluid way that we played and the movement, and we were aggressive, and it was just so nice to see. We looked refreshed. I don't know whether Mikel and some of the players have been to Dubai in the last week or so that they've had off, but because we know what happened last time. But listen, at the end of the day, we've had this break, and I felt that this international break probably came at the right time for us. And the likes of Rice and the likes of Saka and Odegaard were resting up. And, I know it's only one game, but Forest have had a fantastic season. They're where they are in the Premier League for a reason. People can sit there and say, oh, it's Nottingham Forest at home and everything else. Oh. Remember, Nottingham Forest went to Anfield and won this season. They've already beaten Liverpool at Anfield. They're not mugs. But it's very easy to paint that narrative because it's Arsenal. Oh, it's only Nottingham Forest. Shut up. Brilliant win. And yeah, like I said, it was really good. They only even had one corner in the game. So yeah, we nullified absolutely everything, and we did exactly what we had to do. And yeah, we move on. And it was just, like I said, really, really nice to see the way that we were playing football. And that is more of the way that I know that we can play. And we've had some tough games, and they are mentally and physically draining. And now, hopefully, we go on a run. We go on a real big run. And we're more than capable of doing it, because we did it from January last season. Apart from that game against Aston Villa, we're more than capable of going on a run. And if we start to stick the pressure on Liverpool, and if they drop some points here or there, then, things can happen. And at the time of me making this, Manchester City are losing at home to Tottenham 2-0. So I don't know what's going on with Man City, because if they don't turn this around, that's 5 defeats in a row. 5! Mad. I hope the press and everybody else has the same energy for Pep that they've had for Arteta. And we haven't even had a worse run than that. We've had some real tough games in there as well. Let's remember that. So, listen, we got the 3 points. It's a fantastic win. 3-0. More like our old self. Very fluid. Very aggressive in our approach. And Nottingham Forest just simply couldn't live with us. And it's as simple as that. So it's a big win, 3 points, and we move on. So listen, there we go. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about that game, what you thought about the performance. And can we go on that winning run now? We'll wait and see. So if you're new around here, hit the subscribe button, smash a like on this video, and I will see you a lot soon. I'm out of here.